I spent the past 8 months learning and testing out the best way to sell digital products online. I've tested out different niches, tried out multiple platforms like Etsy, Gumroad, and Shopify. But the main thing that I wanted to find out is if a complete beginner with no audience could actually make money with it. Now, after countless hours of research and really putting myself through the trenches, I feel like I've got all the answers to any questions you might have right now. And I've put together an exact formula that any beginner can replicate with no followers. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Cool, you've learned about it and you've tried it, but did you actually see any results? Well, this right here is a dashboard for an account I've been using, which shows you that in just this week, I made $2,800 selling digital products. And since I published my first product in August last year, my total earnings have reached $36,000. You see, in all of my months of trial and error with this business model, I found that this isn't a complicated strategy that only works for influencers. It's simple, beginner friendly, and designed to work even if you've never made a single penny online. So whether you're a parent, a student, 9-to-5er, or someone that has a really chaotic life, then this might just be the perfect business model for those of you who are trying to dip your toes in the online entrepreneurship space. By the end of this free course, you're going to have a complete understanding of how to create and sell your digital products. And I'll even be giving away a whole bunch of helpful resources, so make sure you stick around until the end of this video. And without further ado, let's get right into it. First of all, let's get into the what and the why. What are digital products and why should you sell them? For those of you who don't know, digital products are essentially non-physical items like ebooks, templates, online courses, and guides that people can buy and use without the product actually having to be shipped. What this means is that you have a whole bunch of perks that a regular product seller wouldn't necessarily have. For example, instant delivery. When you sell a digital product, that item gets delivered to your customer right away, normally through their emails. This means you won't have to hold any inventory, you don't have to leave your house to ship anything, and you won't experience any type of shipping delays from mail companies because of, let's say, the weather or some kind of holiday. And what you'll notice is that they typically have less refunds and chargebacks. With physical products, sometimes they'll get lost in the mail or they'll get broken in transit, or you might even experience a menace of a customer that will claim that their item never arrived, even though the tracking information shows that it's literally at their doorstep. Not speaking from experience. One of my absolute favorite things about this business model is that unlike most other businesses, it has extremely low startup costs. The biggest investment you'll have to make is time. Okay, so now you know the basics, let's actually get into the good stuff. I'm gonna give you an exact step-by-step on how to get this business model off the ground, starting out with finding your niche. Now, this is essentially just the topic or theme of what your digital products are gonna be about. I say this to every single one of my students, and if you're new here, I say this in so many of my videos, but picking a niche that you're actually interested in is going to make the side hustle sustainable for you. Of course, at the same time, this topic will also require you to have a whole bunch of other people that have the same interest in order to make it profitable. So let's get into a quick breakdown on how to do this the fastest and most efficient way. First, you're going to list on your notes app or a notebook somewhere 10 of your interests. To help you out, think of whatever it is that you're naturally good at. Maybe something that people ask you for advice for. What are the topics that you enjoy learning or talking about? Next, what you're going to do is ask ChatGPT to give you the best digital product niche based off your interests. What it's going to try and do is find a connection between your interests to find something that you'll naturally gravitate towards. Don't worry, any of the prompts that you see me use in this video are going to be all down in the description. The next step will be using the second prompt where you ask ChatGPT to give you 15 digital product ideas in your niche. The most important thing though is that it solves some kind of common problem in that niche. There is nothing on this earth that sells better than a solution, I promise you that. Now that ChatGPT has given you a list of ideas, what you're going to do is validate this idea by heading over to Etsy. What we're looking for is these exact products in our niche that are already doing well. This is what we're going to be modeling off. When you're just starting out, I do not recommend that you try and reinvent the wheel and get all unique. You simply want to recreate what's already proven to work. Now that you've picked your niche and the product that you want to create, you're going to take one extra step and ask ChatGPT to give you an avatar of your target audience. This is going to give you a clear image of who exactly is going to be buying your products and how to target them. This is going to come in very handy for the traffic stage, so keep that info to one side and let's move into the fun part, which is actually creating the digital products. Now, there's two super simple ways of creating digital products that I would recommend for beginners. The method you use is entirely up to how much time and effort you want to dedicate towards the design process. The first method is completely free and allows you to design a completely unique product with just one platform. The second method is a lot faster, but you'll have to spend a few dollars. Both work, but I'll break them down so you can pick whichever one you think is best for you. Now, the first method is the Canva way. You can start off with a 100% free trial. And essentially what you'll do is head over to Canva's pre-made templates and redesign them. In all honesty, I can't think of any other program that would be as good as Canva to do this. It makes graphic design feel like a complete breeze for people that are beginners or are not artistically inclined. Me personally, I enjoy the design process because I'm a huge creative. So I literally spend hours on my digital products because I actually find it fun. Now, they have a huge library of all kinds of templates that you can work off. However, the only downsides that I've found when creating digital products is that the templates require a lot of tweaking to make them really interesting. To create a product on Canva, the first thing that you want to do is pick a template. You want to just type in guide on the Canva templates and scroll through until you see something that you like. Once you've selected one, you can go ahead and customize it. So what you can do is change the colors, the fonts. Keep in mind that Canva already has font pairings and color palettes, so it's really hard to go wrong with the design process. You want to go through and just change the information and the pictures accordingly. You don't have to be a great copywriter. You can literally use ChatGPT for all of this. The main thing that you want to do is add in some of your own opinions, some of your own advice, because that's what's going to make your product different to everyone else's. This is what's going to keep people buying from you because anyone can get on ChatGPT and create a guide. What you want to do is add your own knowledge and advice, personal stories, experiences. This is what's going to make your product unique and valuable to people. This is also going to help you stand out against the lazy competitors that are just coming along creating digital products with the absolute most basic ChatGPT information. Once your product is done, you want to click the share button, select download, and make sure that you choose standard PDF. Now you've finished your first digital product. Now, method number 2 is kind of similar, but as I said, it's a lot faster. Of course, it's going to be great if you're short on time or you just don't feel like designing from scratch. What you can do is head over to Etsy and buy pre-made digital products with master resale rights. You'll normally find these products with the word MRR in them. Essentially, what this means is that you can just buy a product, rebrand it, and then sell it as your own. Unlike the Canva templates, these already have the information that your customer's looking for. So instead of the lorem ipsum text that you see on Canva, you're actually getting products that are already well designed and full of information. Most of the time, you'll find that there's still Canva templates anyway. However, they've made your life 10 times easier. So of course, to do this method, the first step is to just head over to Etsy, type in your product name and master resale rights next to it, and breeze through and see what you like the look of. As I said, all of these will come as editable files, most of them being Canva links, so they're very easy to tweak. Now, as I said, for both of these methods, the main thing that you want to do is just go back through, personalize it, rebrand it, and make it even more valuable. If you have a logo you want to use, you can go ahead and put that in. And once you've redesigned and rebranded your product, you're ready to upload it to your store and start selling. No matter what method you decide to go with, the main thing is that you just get started. Your product doesn't have to be perfect, it just needs to be valuable and solves a problem that your audience has. Now, one thing I'd like to mention to you from the get-go is that I definitely recommend you design one product that you're planning to give away for free. These are products that you can add to your store as upsells or just teasers for the quality that you'll be producing in the paid products. These will easily become lead magnets that will turn the curious into customers. Anyway, let's move into the next step, which is setting up your online store. Now that you've created your digital product or products, you need somewhere that you can house all of them. The platform that you ultimately decide to sell your digital products on will make a world of a difference in your profits and how scalable your business is over time. Now, if you're just starting out, you can do what most beginners do, which is head over to Gumroad. It is beginner friendly and doesn't require any upfront investments, and it already has a lot of organic traffic. However, Gumroad isn't perfect, especially if you're planning on scaling your business long term. Gumroad is known for having pretty high fees because they take a 10% minimum out of every sale that you make. This might not seem like a lot at the start, but when you start making more money, you're really gonna see it eating into your profits. Another issue is that your product is hosted on the Gumroad website. Now, off the bat, this isn't terrible, but it's very hard to build your brand identity because they're showing your customers multiple products and some of them might not be yours. This also means that you're completely dependent on the Gumroad platform. So you're subject to their rules, their fees, and any changes that they decide to make. If they happen to say that they don't want to work with you no more, that's your entire audience gone. You have full control over how much money you keep from every sale, how your store looks, and how you market your products. Now, if you're 100% serious about this business model, what I personally recommend, and this is from trying multiple website builders, is Hostinger.com. This right here is where you'll be able to create your first website in minutes. I've spoken about Hostinger multiple times on my YouTube channel. If you know, you know. This platform gives you all the perks of having a fully functional website that actually looks good for less than the price of a Netflix subscription. This is because they have a built-in AI website builder. This means that all you have to do is type in a prompt of the exact website that you want, and it will generate your website in seconds. So what you can do to start is head to the first link down in my description to access Hostinger's discounted plans. The plan that I recommend is the business account because it has all of the AI tools that a complete beginner would need, and you also get a free domain for your website. I know it's already super cheap, but if you use my discount code Glowithgia, you also get an extra 10% off. Trust me, you do not want to miss out on this sale. From here, you'll have access to the platform, so I recommend that you claim your free domain first. Then you can head over to the AI website builder. As I said before, I will be leaving the document with all the prompts that you'll need for this. But in short, all you have to do is put in a few sentences about the type of website that you want AI to generate you. Once you get your website back, you can easily go back in and change some of the pictures, the fonts, the colors if it's needed. And from here, you want to add your digital products to the store. What I recommend is that you look at the Etsy listing that you use for reference and you just remodel the title and description to better suit your product. You want to make sure you're taking inspiration and not directly copying. For the cover image of your product, you can literally go back over to Canva and put your product into a mock-up. This is what a mock-up would look like. Most of the Etsy product listings that you find for reference will show the product inside of a mock-up. Essentially what it does is it puts your product into real life images. So if it's an ebook, you can put it into the format of an actual book. If it's a digital course, you can go ahead and put that on a laptop. Whatever you decide to do, it's a great way to showcase your products, and the way you can do that is by heading over to Canva, scrolling down to apps, and then selecting mockups, and then you can go ahead and drag and drop the cover of your product into the mockup. Once you like the look of everything, you can go ahead and click publish. Now you officially have your website up and running. Okay, so you picked your niche, created your digital product, and actually set up your store. Now it's time to do the most important part, which is actually getting traffic to your store. Even if you have the best product in the world, no one is going to know if you're not marketing it properly. You'll need to put your product in front of your target audience. I'm going to share the 3 traffic methods that did the best for me. They can actually all be done at the same time, but I recommend that you pick one when you're first starting out so you can put all your effort into it. First one is Pinterest, and as I always say, if you know, you know. I've been using Pinterest for years. I have multiple accounts that have made me thousands of dollars through the huge volumes of traffic that Pinterest brings to my products. It's an amazing tool for beginners because it's a visual search engine, not just a social media platform. This means that your content can keep driving traffic for months, even years after you've posted it. Now, I would highly recommend this as your marketing strategy if you happen to have an avatar that's a woman. I probably wouldn't choose this one if my avatar is more into tech or finance, or just basically any niche that doesn't involve aesthetic content being made in it. What you want to do is set up your Pinterest business account. The main thing that you'll want to do with this method is create value-driven pins. And as you already know, they'll have templates in any niche that you could possibly think of. You'll literally be able to find Pinterest pins that are already the right size and everything to promote digital products. One thing I love about Pinterest marketing is that you can schedule all of your pins. So this means that you can batch create them and batch schedule them in one day, so you don't have to dedicate too much time throughout your week towards this side hustle. Now, the second method is a little bit more work, but I have noticed that the conversions are significantly higher, and that is to create YouTube videos. Now, I completely understand that not everyone feels comfortable to get on camera, but don't shut this idea down because you can still make faceless content. This marketing strategy works really well for digital products because you can create videos that build trust and also provide detailed explanations of how your product can help people. Whether you're on camera or using AI to do the legwork for you, the type of content that you need to be creating is educational videos. You'll want to give people pure value because this is going to label you as an expert in their eyes, because they're going to see you as a trusted and reliable source for information, so they're more than willing to invest into a paid product from you because they believe in you. This is why I mentioned that picking a niche you actually have an interest in is a great idea, because you'll naturally be up to date from your Instagram, TikTok, YouTube algorithm on what questions people have in your space. You'll know exactly what's trending, what things to talk about, because you're actually involved in the community. As an example, if you're in the beauty niche, you'll probably know exactly what makeup products are trending, so you can use the traffic of people searching up for these products to create YouTube videos about them that will drive traffic to your products. Ideally, you want to stay consistent with this and post 1 video per week. The beauty of YouTube is that your videos will continue to generate traffic well after they've been posted. Now, the third method that I would recommend is paid ads. These are an insanely quick way to make sales. However, I would highly recommend that you try this after you've dabbled with some of the free traffic, just so you have a better idea of what content works and what what content is going to have the highest conversion, so you're not wasting money on ads that don't work. I personally found that Pinterest, Facebook, and Instagram ads work amazingly. And once you've spent some money on ads, they'll typically give you some ad credit, so you have a little bit more room to play around. Whatever traffic method you decide to go for, just remember to stay consistent and definitely keep an eye on your analytics. This is super important because it's going to tell you exactly what content is working and what isn't, so you know what to hone in on. Now, I don't want to overwhelm you guys with too much information, but once you set all of this up, I highly recommend that you look into email marketing. I'll be super honest with you, it is a little bit complex for beginners. However, it is worth setting up one time in your business to retarget and re-engage with your audience. But that is an entire video in itself, so I'll have to post that separately, because if not, we'll be here for hours. If you guys do happen to be interested in an email marketing video, do let me know. I guess I've covered everything for today. I feel like the biggest myth that I busted with my experiment is that you absolutely can make money with digital products as a beginner, but if you haven't understood from this video, you will have to invest either time or money. Building a successful digital product business will take time, trial, and error. Your patience is absolutely going to be tested, and no, this is not a 0 to a million overnight type of side hustle. You want to make sure that you do everything you can on your end to get your first sale, and from there you're going to get that confidence that it's possible and it's not as hard as you thought. You literally have nothing to lose, because as I said, this business allows you to test without the risks of inventory or devastating cash loss like most other businesses, so make sure you take full advantage of that flexibility. I personally recommend you give it at least 30 to 60 days. If you stick to this strategy to the T, it will be almost impossible to see $0 at the end of that time frame. Another huge takeaway that I can give you is that your main focus shouldn't be the money. It should be about what you can provide for your audience. When most people get into business, they think me. When I make this money, I can buy this and that. I promise you that mentality will reflect in your work, and that's what's going to stop you from making as much money as you should. Once you start over delivering and thinking about how you can give more to your audience, people are going to leave reviews, your audience will start growing. And as I always say, the most important thing is that you just start. Don't let this be another video you save in your side hustles to try later playlist, because you know very well you haven't tried a single one of those side hustles in there. On a serious note though, you have all of the tools, the tips, and the strategies to make sure that you succeed with this method. If you found this video helpful, drop me a like and a subscribe. And if you have any questions at all, drop them down in the comments and I'll be sure to reply. Best of luck, and I'll catch you in the next one.